So hi, welcome Shohag. Shohag is a colleague and dear friend. Shohag is HR in Boost Higher Educational Services. Shohag and I, we sit beside each other. We talk a lot about AI and the latest developments that is going in AI. So it will be an exciting conversation to do with Shohag. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
very excited and thank you, sir, for having me. I'm
yeah,
very excited about the conversation we're gonna have today.
yeah. All right. So, in few lines, tell me about you, how you started, where are you from, what's your background in, and what do you do in Boost on a daily basis?
Okay. So my name is Shohag, as Sohel mentioned. I'm from Bangladesh. I started my journey as a digital marketer back in 2017. So it's been nearly 10 years. So I had a training from Bangladesh. Then I started my digital marketing journey. I used to do some freelancing work while I was in Bangladesh. Then I came here in this country. I joined Boost Higher Education. Then as a digital marketing manager, now I'm a digital marketing lead in this company. At the same time, I do perform teacher as a part timer. And on a day-to-day basis, we do a lot of things. So if you asked me this question 6 months ago, I would say in a manual way, but now we are doing pretty much everything by AI. So from the marketing perspective, I mostly use all of the AI to kind of automate my things. And I go to office, I check AI to all this list that I need to do on that specific day. And
Okay.
because my AI is connected to my emails and everywhere, so I
Mm-hmm.
just need to check my AI to check what I need to do on that specific day, whether we are meeting the weekly or monthly target. And apart from that, from the HR perspective, I do only one day as a part-time teacher on that same company. So yeah, sometime we have hiring, sometime we need to kind of, but on a weekly basis, I do check their rota. I publish their rota. We need to manage their leave management as well. So
Okay.
this is my work.
Okay. Sounds interesting. I mean, I didn't know that you're full-time digital marketer and marketing and part-time HR, which is interesting to know. So before we dive into digital marketing, let's spend some time on your role as an HR, right? So I'm assuming there will be hundreds of resumes that would be coming for a job post on a daily basis. So, do you use any kind of ATS, application tracking services, where it kind of filters out automatically the resumes according to job description and so on, or is there any manual process that you follow in filtering?
We mainly post our job in LinkedIn, and in LinkedIn there's a way to filter out the CV. So the initial filtering is been done by LinkedIn first, then we receive the CVs. So when we receive the CV, we kind of scan manually for now, but very soon we are gonna transit this work into AI integration. So in manually, what we do, we check every CV, and it takes a lot of time, honestly. But we are planning to leaning towards AI to kind of automate things.
Okay, so when you mentioned LinkedIn, so do you post jobs as an easy apply, or is it like the candidate has to apply on a company portal? How
Okay.
does it
is
work?
is easy apply, but when they submit their profile and everything, they need to go through some question,
Okay,
6 or 7 question there. It's related
okay,
to their maybe their visa status, their previous work
okay,
experience, relevant work experience, their
okay,
education. So
okay,
they need to go through this question. This way we filter them out, and we receive their CV.
okay. So LinkedIn does any kind of filtering, or you do the filtering on the basis of questions that they have answered?
Okay, so when we receive CV, there's a way we can check that if they met the requirement that we set out there.
Okay.
In that way, we know which CV we need to look at and which that didn't, meet the criteria that we set.
Okay, so let's say 100, 200 applications come in for this job posting in LinkedIn. So in that, how many does LinkedIn filter and give it to you according to our criteria?
If we receive a total number of 100 CV, I would say 60% we receive that they met the requirement and everything. Yeah.
So rest of the 40%, LinkedIn directly
Exactly.
defines that it is rejected and it sends an auto reject email.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So like 40% of resumes never reach the job poster at all.
No.
Once you have got that 60% pool of resumes, so what do you look in a resume and decide who to give a chance for interview? Like what are the parameters you look in the CV or the resume which makes you think that okay, this person seems good, let's give him a chance. How do you
Yeah.
decide that?
Okay. It's a bit tricky because if we receive so many CV, then it's a bit time consuming for us. But what we look mainly is we look their career goals, their relevant work experience, and their work experience timeline. If there any gap, if there any recent gap, and at the same time their education, and on top of that, their skill, because the candidate that we want that has to have a very good communication skill, because as you know our counselor they should be speaking to student most of their time. They need to convince
Yeah.
them, they need to pass our information to them. So communication skills must in the criteria that we set as a good candidate. So this what we initially check. Then we invite them for an interview for a detailed conversation. But what I would say is, there's some CV template which is very easy to access, which is very
Okay.
very easy to understand and scan at a glance.
Okay. Okay.
And there's some CV I've seen previously, and the CV information is a bit split side by side,
Oh, okay.
which is a bit difficult for us to kind of access the information that we need to look at. I'm not gonna say they're rejected, but it's a bit difficult for us to kind of get the information that we are looking for.
So it's safe to say that the CV which has clean and a simple format, it kind of is easy for the job poster and HR recruiters to understand and have a quick glance, and it's easier, right?
Yeah,
Rather than doing side by side or having images on resumes. I've seen some resumes
yeah,
which has images, their photos as well.
yeah, yeah,
So you talked about communication, right? So with just a resume, you would not know a person's communication. You
yeah,
have to invite the person for an interview for a first round to understand the communication.
yeah. That's true.
So if you have to rate in the resume sections, there are many resume sections like education, experience, skills, and everything. So if you have to rate top 3 in the sections, if given a resume, which is the section that you look at first?
In
Is it
terms of,
education or is it experience or is it skill section? Which is the section in the resume that you are most interested in?
okay, to so for us to kind of, the section is should be the work experience. If they have the relevant work experience, then we straightway send them the invite link, because we do provide training, but at the same time if the person has already have work experience, it's a bit easy for us to kind of take them through the training period, because it would be a bit quicker for us to
Okay.
walk them through the training period. So I would say
Okay.
the experience section.
Okay. So do you mind rating? Like if you want to give preference order, number 1 is experience and
Right.
then comes education or skills section,
Okay,
or
so
projects.
I would say from our perspective is experience, then education, then the skill set. Because the skill set, as you mentioned, you are very right that we cannot define a person if they are very good communicator by just seeing their CV. But at the same
Yeah.
time, if you look their CV and the format and the wording they use, you kind of know that they are their foundation or their base maybe. So that way we are to define if their communication is well, or which level they are at. But at the same time, we invite them to have a detailed conversation to kind of define broadly.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's shift gears and let's talk about your digital marketing job journey and the usage of AI. How you have you mentioned about how you have automated some of the workflows using AI. So talk me through one of the use case that you have automated using AI.
My email marketing is fully automated because I use Claude and I use their connector as well. So
Okay.
we used to do our email marketing through a tool called MailerLite, which is now connected to my Claude, and I write the email by Claude, and I do define them about my audience and their age, their interest, and everything. The Claude is writing out an email, and at the same time, Claude is schedule the email in MailerLite because MailerLite is connected as a connector in our Claude. So this is one of the use cases that I mostly use in our email marketing. At the same time, my Outlook is connected to Claude. So if there is any important email or anything as a user I need to respond promptly, I use Claude to kind of do all these things automated. But at the same time, I confirm them whether they should be sent or not because AI, it would not be the 100% that you wanted. So at the same time, you need to give them some human touch to make it feel human.
That's true. You are right about that. Uh, does Claude get notifies as well if you get a new email, let's say of the same thread, which requires your reply?
Yeah.
So you send the reply via the web Claude or how
Okay.
does it work?
So our MailerLite is connected to Claude. So
Okay.
we just need to speak to Claude that this is the template and this is final. You can schedule this email maybe for tomorrow 10:30
Mm-hmm.
at the morning. So
Okay.
Claude is gonna schedule the email in MailerLite, and that would be sent out tomorrow 10:30. Yeah.
Okay.
So for the notification part you are asking, so for MailerLite, we we don't receive any email there. We just use MailerLite as a tool to kind of mass email in one go through Claude. And the Outlook is connected to my Claude as well. But we don't get notified honestly if there is any new mail. I need to ask Claude if there is any new mail because I have some scheduled tasks there. So every morning
Okay.
when I go to office, 9:30 there's a scheduled task. Claude is gonna scan all my connected Outlook and is gonna scan them all and make a list of tasks that I need to be doing in terms of the email that I'll be getting on that specific day.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That's good to know. Y- so you can reply to threads as well, like let's say there is a conversation which has
Yeah, yeah,
maybe a client or lead.
yeah.
uh, you can ask the Claude to reply it, and then you of course confirm it,
Yeah,
give the confirmation, and
yeah,
it will send the email to that person.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. That's cool. Cool
Yeah.
use case. So you said about your emails, how you have automated one of your workflow management, but as a digital marketer, you have lot of workflows. So on a marketing perspective, are there any AI tools that you use?
Yeah. So for our social media content and strategy, I mainly use Manas AI, which is
Okay.
very strong and powerful in terms of social media content. So Manas AI is connected to my Facebook and Instagram. So it's gonna have the access to kind of analyze my content and my audience that are being engaged with my content, and it's gonna give you a proper content strategy and content plan for maybe next week or maybe for next month. So yeah, for content and strategy, I mainly use Manas AI.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Manas AI, is it a free tool that anyone can use, or is it a paid
They
one?
have free version and they have paid version as well. I'm using free
Okay.
version honestly now. and they will give you 300 credit every day. It renews
Okay.
every day. So you will get to have 300 credit every day. I refine my content there. I make my content headline there as well. So
Okay.
it works. But if you have paid
Okay.
one, you can use extensively.
So is it a video generator or image generator, or it gives images and text? How
Okay.
does it work?
It's
What's the use case?
it will give you text and image as well, but I don't recommend using Manas AI generating images, because for generate image, I think right now I'm using ChatGPT image too. This is pretty crazy, honestly, to generate
Okay.
any kind of image. So
Okay.
for ChatGPT, I would recommend using ChatGPT 2, image 2, sorry, to generate any images there. And Manas AI is very good in terms of writing your content, then writing the headline for your content, maybe the image text that you're gonna use in your social media.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
for video generation, I would recommend Gemini, Nano Banana. At the same time, Grok, if anyone has a paid version. These are the
Okay.
tools that I'm using right now, and they're pretty good.
So Shohag is also a fellow content creator who posts videos on Insta and does lot of posts on Facebook, especially in Bangla, and he has huge amount of following in the space of AI. He talks a lot about the latest developments in the space of AI. Why did you wanted to start content creation, and did it help you in any way? What was your thought process?
Okay, so see, as a digital marketer, there's a huge contribution that we get from AI now. So, and it used to be, it's always been that you have to be updated in digital marketing space. But now, since AI is here, we need to be updated every single day, because whatever we are creating now, it might not be relevant maybe after 1 week or 1 month. So by thinking about all this, I am kind of excited about AI, what AI is developing, and how we can use AI in a better way. So I started using AI from the very beginning when ChatGPT came out, honestly, in 2022. So I
22.
started using ChatGPT and their user cases. I took the decision that I start posting on social media, but it wasn't that good, because I did not get that much response from my audience. The first, I was kind of putting everything in English in my profile, because my most of my audience, they are from Bangladesh and the Bangla audience. So since I start posting focusing on Bangla, my content started getting some exposure right now.
So
Yes.
I'm assuming you are not typing out Bangla in all your posts. Are you using any AI for Bangla related posts? If yes, which is like the best tool to use?
I'm using Manas AI to write my content,
Okay.
since the Manas AI is connected to my Facebook, and
Mhm.
they know my content layout. I used to do it through Claude before, but now I'm focusing on Manas AI mostly, because they are giving me a very good structure of the content that I'm posting on social media. So what I did, I start posting on my Facebook about the AI development. Then I let AI write all my content. Then I
Okay.
do my researches. I put some human tasks there. I put my creativity there, and I post the post in my social media. I send all these 6, 7 posts to AI to kind of let them understand what I want, what was missing when they write my post. So they found the gap, and now they are giving me some pretty precise result.
Okay. So when you use Manas AI, you have seen that the quality of the posts, especially in the local language, has increased. So let's compare the three giants, right? I'm pretty sure that you have used ChatGPT, you have used Gemini, you have used Claude. So tell me, what do you use for which now, and what do you think each tool is used best for?
So for me, I would say To automated agenting tasks, people can use Claude. Is very good in terms of maintaining workflow because you would get to have a connector there and you can connect their connector and make things automated there. And for ChatGPT, I use ChatGPT mostly to generate my images because ChatGPT image 2 is pretty crazy and the result is amazing. At the same time, when it comes to research and brainstorming, I use Gemini and Perplexity. These two AI I use for research and brainstorming, and Grok I use to generate video and at the same time images. One more thing about Grok, if you generate any images there in Grok, you can turn the images into video very quick time. That's a benefit of Grok. The same images that's gonna create Grok is gonna turn into a video. So it's pretty cool. And at the same time, there's a called Nano Banana is from Gemini as well. I use Nano Banana to create images and video as well.
Okay. So if you have to rate, like what is the top tool in the market currently for video generation, which one do you pick?
For video generation, I would pick because I have experience Nano Banana and Grok both, but I would pick Nano Banana.
So for image generation, what's the one tool that you pick? Top
I
two.
would say ChatGPT.
ChatGPT,
It's a
the image 2 version.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. And for text content and research, what do you pick?
For social media content research, I would pick Manas AI. For any kind of research and brainstorming, I would pick Perplexity or Gemini.
Okay. 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 And any types of agentic tasks, as you said, Claude is the best.
Yeah. Claude is the best.
I see that you have used a lot of tools, you have experience with a lot of AI tools. What is like one prompt hack in any of the tools, pick your choice, that you have done to kind of improve the outputs like crazy and you have seen a better engagement in terms of social media or in terms of digital marketing, everything?
Okay. So there's one trick that I do maintain, which is when I start a chat or any task, I create a document first. What I want from this task, what I want from the chat. So I document this in a Google Sheet. I put everything there, what I want, what my audience are, then what type of content I put out in social media. So I put that Word file as an instruction for the AI. Then I kind of try to train that AI to understand my creativity, my touch in there. So in that case, the result will be a pretty good, the way I wanted, but at the same time you would have some result that might go here and there. And when I see something that go against my intention, that goes against maybe this is not the way I wanted, if there is anything, I change the instruction. Then I prompt the AI that this is something, a new instruction that should be added in our main instruction. So this is the trick that I've been using, and the result is very good right now.
Okay.
It's not going to give you the result within 2-3 prompts. You need to train them, kind of make them understand the full workflow, and you need to make it precise what you want from the AI. What's your end goal?
So this works for all the AI tools, like instruction fine tuning and defining the task goal or whatever it is. I am assuming it will work for all AI tools.
I also assume because I use in Claude and Monas AI, and they are not for all.
What format of content do you suggest to explore first, and in what platform? What's the low hanging fruits that people can start and explore these kind of formats?
See, talking about social media, what type of content we should put out there? It should be definitely the short form of video, because if you have short form of video, that can be used in any social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or any other social media. So that can be used in everywhere, even in YouTube short. So that's the benefit of creating short form of video. that can be used in everywhere. So I would suggest them to go for it, but at the same time, to create a video, it requires time.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you through the research as well. They need to come up with the content idea. They need to make your own video. So it takes time. So apart from this, I would say they can go for text focused content, which working pretty good in Facebook, in LinkedIn as well, and in Twitter, X. So yeah, if it's text type of content, that can be as a starting point as well, using in Facebook, LinkedIn. Yeah.
Okay. If someone is camera shy, then posting text content with image goes a long way, and it's a good point to start, right?
Yeah. And as you said, so it's very true that TikTok it was only video focused platform before, but now they're a bit focusing on image text post, because I have experienced that as well. When I start posting on TikTok, the video was getting a good number of views, but I did not know that image content would go maybe more than the video views. I did not know that until I post just a static post there.
I think it's easier than creating and posting videos. Like
Yeah.
carousels and everything, it can be easily created with Claude these days, and
Yeah.
with text as well. Text, you can produce unlimited amount of text. It's an easy way to reach a bigger audience.
Hmm.
If we listen to the platform's guidelines and what they are pushing, it's easier to kind of get high number of views.
Yeah. When a social media is trying to, introduce some new products, and when you use them, you would get more views there, because
Yeah.
they're trying to push that, they're trying to promote that specific product.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with Threads as well, right? I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
early on, whoever posted on Threads and text-based content, they have gotten a huge boost.
It
Did
was
you
crazy.
use Threads?
Yeah. I used to post on Thread every single day, and it was
Okay.
crazy, honestly.
Okay.
Maybe a month, within 28 days period, I had nearly 70 million views.
Mm.
It was last year.
Which year? Last year.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you? Are the metrics still same this year as well?
I think same, because I'm testing on my other account, and it's still a bit same.
Okay.
It's a very
Yeah.
new account. I tested, I think, a month before, and the algorithm is pretty much same.
Let's talk about any advice that you want to give for any digital marketer out there who wants to get a job in the space of digital marketing.
I would say digital marketing, for anyone who would want to secure a job, the person should be pretty updated with all the new developments, and they shouldn't be scared to try out new things, because sometimes new things work better than the old things. At the same time, there's some tool that they should be a bit fluent with, some AI tools like Manus AI, Claude, ChatGPT, and in terms of design, Canva is pretty good one in terms of designing social media content. So they should be a bit fluent about this tool to kind of set themselves out and put out their content to make themselves confident about their content. Because see, as a digital marketing person, we should try we should pick a niche, and we should try this out to know and to play with the audience, to know what's working in current phase. Unless we don't know, then it's a bit hard to secure a job.
Some kind of job seeker created a portfolio of projects. Do you think it will help in getting the job? Do you think it will strengthen their profile?
Yeah, obviously. See, before we hiring any digital marketing person, we would definitely want to see their work. We would definitely want to see their content as well. So portfolio would be pretty good one to kind of filter them out. They can maybe they can send a link with the previous page or profile they're working with, and their metrics, their analytics, their views they gain on some period of time. So it would be pretty helpful.
Shohag, that's what I have for you in this podcast. Thank you so much for joining. It was a great learning session. I hope people watching this will also learn something and implement in the terms of AI tools, content creation, or digital marketing space. I hope this helps to people.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sohel. I'm very glad that I had this conversation with you. Since we started talking about AI and social media in our office, so yeah, it was pretty cool session to kind of go through all these question and AI tools that we use and social media content strategy and everything. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
all right.